A good argument can change the world. One of the most exciting ways to support argument writing is to use visual thinking strategies, or VTS. Developed by cognitive scientists and museum educators, VTS improves skills in critical thinking, visual literacy, and communication. Students view works of art. They are asked to answer 3 questions. What's going on in this picture? What do you see that makes you say that? And what more can we find? What starts out as simply looking at an image becomes a deeper exploration of civil discourse, as students learn to consider other viewpoints. Confidence, as students are encouraged to present their ideas to others. Language arts learning, as students construct an argument and support it with evidence. VTS provides a safe harbor for students to share their understanding and to reflect and revise their thinking. The Stellar Project is an online professional development curriculum developed and curated by experts from the University of Oregon and the Jordan Schnitzer Museum of Art. Stellar offers an innovative, accessible, and effective approach to teaching argument writing supported by visual thinking strategies. It offers you the opportunity to learn from other teachers, to share and build community, and to use art and argumentation to create a classroom where students thrive. Experience Stellar in your classroom. It might change the world.
We took some time and studied that image, and now I want to move into the writing part where we've been talking about some different things. We've been learning some different frames for writing an argument about what it is that we see in the image and why we see it and say that. So let's review some of the sentence stems that we have been practicing so that you can use them for your writing today. So for instance, you might say, I think the image is about, what's another one you might try? How about, say it with me.
I believe that art is about.
So you're going to be able to choose from these and have this piece and choose here. I think sentence frames are a really powerful tool. They support English language learners or students who are struggling with academic language, and they want their thinking and their writing to be sophisticated, and giving them the frames can help them, gives them a way to start. All together?
One reason I think this is because I noticed.
So those are some that you could choose. And then you might add some more evidence. You might say, for example, the artist included, or for another reason, the picture shows. And so you can decide how you want to put that. Think about those elements that you saw in the picture. What is the picture about, and how do you know that? The frame that I shared today was one we had been working on where I had already introduced different ways to introduce the claim. I think, I believe, in my opinion. So they had some choice in the way that they introduced it, but it also supported it with very academic language. And I also gave them frames for the transitions and for stating their evidence, but again, with some choice. And sentence frames are a wonderful tool, but as soon as students don't need them anymore, I remove them and let them do the writing on their own. Okay, class, before we're going to start our writing, I want to give you the opportunity to rehearse with some of these sentence frames. Especially, I'm going to give you one to work on that focuses on using some argument language in your writing. So we're going to do a quick turn and talk. First I thought, you can say it with me. First I thought, but then I saw or noticed, however you want to say it. Okay, once, turn and talk to your partner.
First I thought the Indians were different, then I saw that they were not.
I decided to use the turn and talk with my students to give them some practice with a new framing for argument that we had been learning. So we used some sentence frames to help kids get started. I wanted to give them an opportunity to think about how their thinking had changed as they spent more time with the image. Giving them the sentence frames that first said, first I thought, and then, but then I saw. And so giving them that chance to turn and talk and rehearse it before they write can be really valuable. Sometimes kids need a chance to orally rehearse the language before they're going to use it in their written language. And then you can add some additional pieces for me as well. You might say, I wonder why, I wonder how, I wonder when, I wonder if we'll learn more about, because we're just getting ready to start this unit. You might say something that surprised me, if something in the image surprised you, or perhaps one of your classmates shared something you hadn't noticed before and that surprised you. You could talk about someone thought this, but I see this. So if you see something different than what someone else did, you could talk about that and then say what it was that you saw that was different. Or you might make a prediction about what it is we're going to learn more about. Some of you were speculating about when it happened and what was going on with the people, and you could make a prediction about what kind of learning that you might have as we move into our new social studies unit. Let's get ready. Be thinking about which sentence frame that you want to choose, and then you'll notice that I need at least 3 sentences to get you started, and then if you have more information to share, you should add that as well. So a really powerful strategy with students and their writing is to make it public. And one way I'll do that is do a quick whip around with students and have them read from their writing, but everybody in the classroom has to read something. Handwriting, spelling don't matter at that point because they're just sharing their thoughts and ideas. And just doing that's a really powerful way to motivate students to write better. But another way is I've used index cards where students will post a quick write and then we post it on a bulletin board or in the hallway. And you might even post it with the image right there on the board so people can walk by and see, oh, what are these students noticing and what are they claiming is happening here in this piece of art. And I think anytime we can make our writing public and publish it, if you will, that it's more powerful for our students to have an audience to write for.